Now, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. What are your favorite activities?
So my favorite activities is reading books because it allows me to engage in the fantasy world and escape the hustle and bustle of the daily life. This is a great way to disconnect from the daily stress and focus on myself.
What do you usually do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I enjoy reading books because it is a great way for me to indulge in myself and enhance my knowledge. On top of that, I also listen to music while curling up in my bed.
Do you know any famous people in your area?
Yes, absolutely. I know a lot of famous people in my areas, and they are celebrities who were former singers. And in the morning, they often practice singing loudly to practice their voice and maintain their talent. I always harbor a sense of admiration to them.
Do you have any plans for your work in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I plan to continue being a teacher because I know that this is a meaningful job, and maintaining this job would definitely gain a lot of unknown benefits to me. And I think that these benefits are like the gift from heaven sending to me.
Where do you prefer to keep your pet, indoors or outdoors?
I prefer to keep my pets indoors because I want to protect them from the wind, the dust, and the extreme weather so that it can stay healthy and kicking.
Which day do you have more free time on, Saturday or Sunday?
I have more free time on Saturday because I often use my Sunday to make plans for the upcoming week. Apart from that, I often spend my Friday doing all of the pending tasks so that I can have the rest of the day in on Saturday to invest in my hobbies.
Would you like to have more free time in the future?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to have more free time in the future because I think that it is a great way for me to relax and put my feet up so that I can be free from the daily stress. Usually, I have been snowed under a lot of deadlines and projects, so having a lot of free time is a treasure to me.
Are there tall buildings near your home?
Yes, absolutely. There are high skyscrapers around my house because I bought a house in a really modern urban complex, and the tall skyscrapers create a really impressive look for the neighborhood, making it not only modern but also advanced.
Now, I am going to give you a topic, and you will talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Remember to take notes.
Look after natural world magazine. Let me take a moment to describe a person who likes to look after the natural world. She's my grandmother. So my grandmother is a middle-aged woman who is tall and pretty. She has a passion for gardening, and looking after the vegetables and the plants gives her a sense of relaxation that she could not get from anything else. And she does gardening with great care, as she often wake up early in the morning to visit her garden at dawn to take care of them, water them, and trim their leaves. I could not find any other women that can be more considerate and thoughtful to their plants. And whenever I think of my grandmother, I couldn't help but feel a sense of inspiration, as her passion for planning and gardening is contagious. She makes me want to embark on my own journey to become a gardener, so that I can grow my own garden to provide a healthy source of food for my family. Thank you.
Earlier, we talked about describe a person who likes to look after the natural world. Now, I will ask you some more questions related to this topic. What can people do to protect the natural world?
To protect the natural world, people often protect the wildlife and conserve the environment by doing small things like picking up litter and cleaning up the beach. People can definitely protect our natural world effectively.
Is it easy for children in cities to get close to the natural world?
In today's age, it is more and more difficult for children to get closer to nature because of urbanization and globalization. Tall building are replacing natural world, and this phenomenon is not only alarming but also dangerous, making people feel a sense of urgency to do something to protect the environment.
Which do you think people prefer, rewards or punishment, when it comes to government intervention in environmental protection?
What the hell? When it comes to government intervention in environmental protection, people prefer punishment because it is easier to give punishment than giving rewards. For example, putting people in prison and giving fines is easier than giving financial rewards, as the government only needs to enhance the police forces to capture the criminals and the poacher to save the environment. On the other hand, to deliver the rewards, it has to go through many rounds and bureaucracy in order to reach the wanted individuals or organizations that are in need.
What laws about the environment are effective in your country?
One law that is very effective in my country is punishing people who litter the street. If anyone sees a person litter or scatter and throw a piece of trash to the street, this individual will receive a punishment of around 5 million VND, which is really hefty in my opinion. But this is why our country is famous for punishing for this crime.
How do you think urbanization affects children's connection to nature?
Mấy cái câu vớ vẩn này mà cũng được 7. Begin to have their own. Cái câu này nói bao giờ vậy? Whose opinion? Sao lại mùng 7 tháng 7? Nè. Sao kỳ nhỉ? Con vừa test xong mà không thấy điểm đâu.
Did you keep your room tidy as a child?
Yes, absolutely. I often Yes, absolutely. I kept my room tidy as a child because this is a habit that I have been accumulated through times during my childhood. My parents taught me to become an organized individual so that I could grow up into a tidy individual. Yes, absolutely. I kept my room tidy as a child because. Yes, absolutely. I kept my room tidy as a child because this is a habit that I have accumulated through times during my childhood. My parents taught me to become an organized and tidy individual so that I would be loved and favored by other peoples. Yes, absolutely. I kept my room tidy as a child because this is a habit that I.
What kind of clothes do you like to wear?
I enjoy wearing casual clothes because they're comfortable and flexible for me to move around conveniently. Apart from that, wearing baggy jeans and loose t-shirts allows me to look cool and fashionable in the eyes of my friends. I enjoy wearing casual clothes because they're comfortable and flexible for me to move around.
What was your childhood dream?
So my childhood dream was to become a YouTuber because through the videos I often have an impression of them as cool and fashionable. I love their lifestyle, and I would love to be one of them in the future. I had learned a lot about this career during my childhood so that I could become one of them. So my childhood dream was to become a YouTuber because through the video. So my childhood dream was to become a YouTuber because through the videos I had a deep impression of YouTuber as fashionable, cool, and intelligent. So I would love to be one of them in the future. And it truly turned out right, as I did have a YouTube account and I am building my own channel. So my childhood dream was to become a YouTuber because through the videos that I watched as a teenager, I had a deep impression of YouTubers as intelligent and cool and rich. So I would love to be one of them in the future. And during my childhood, I had accumulated different skills to be a YouTuber in the future. So my childhood dream was to become a YouTuber because through
What is the most important thing for learning a language?
So the most important thing for learning a language well is spaced repetition. You have to learn a specific chunk of knowledge repeatedly in order to ingrain it into your brain. And by doing so day after day, you will definitely change your skills and level up yourself. So the most important thing for learning a language well is spaced repetition, and you have to learn a specific chunk of knowledge repeatedly in order to ingrain that part of the language into your brain. And by doing so day after day, repeatedly, you will definitely level up your language. So the most important thing for learning a language well is spaced repetition.
How do people learn new
People learn new things by incorporating different sources of preferences so that they can people learn new things by going through YouTube, as YouTube is a great source of library for people to pick up different skills. By watching short clips of tutorials, anyone can do and become skilled at a skill as long as they put in extra effort into doing and practicing. People learn new things by going through YouTube, as YouTube is a great source.
Why is it easier for children to learn new things than for adults?
I think that it is easier for children to learn new things than for adults, because children are like the white canvas for the teachers to paint anything on them. And because of that, children can absorb the new knowledge without bias and prejudice, which is quite difficult for adults. So, if any adults can become naive and innocent enough, like children, then they will definitely be able to learn new things easily. I think that it is easier for children to learn new things than for adults, because children are like the white canvas. There are a variety of reasons for a business failure. The first reason that comes to my mind is argument among the staff, especially the leaders. When the leaders had dispute with each other and contrasting thoughts, they may fall into arguments, which is harmful for their teamwork. Another idea is the lack of money. A lot of business cannot scale up because of the lack of financial support. There are a variety of reasons. There are a variety of reasons for a business failure. The first reason that comes to my mind is arguments among the leaders. When the leaders have disputes with each other and contrasting thoughts, they may fall into arguments, which is quite harmful to their teamwork. Another idea is a lack of money. A lot of businesses cannot scale up because of the lack of financial support. There are a variety of reasons for a business failure. The first reason that
Should children help their parents with household chores?
Yes, absolutely. Children should help their parents with household chores because this is a way for them to bond with each other. And parents with household chores. Wait. Children should help their parents with household chores because this is a great way for them to bond with their parents, and they can spend quality time with their parents while doing the household chores. On top of that, children can cultivate their own personality and characteristics to become more diligent in their life. Children should help their parents with household chores because this is a great way for them to bond with their parents.